Three pieces of legislation affecting transgender people here in Alberta have passed the final stage of debate and are set to become law. The changes include requiring children under the age of 16 to have parental consent if they want to change their names or pronouns at school. Premier Daniel Smith says the bills were important to protect both children and female athletes.
I don't believe that 10-year-olds can make that decision. I think most parents don't believe that 10-year-olds can make that decision either. We want to be able to preserve the ability for anyone to make that choice as an adult. And that is why when you're 15 and under, the rules will be a little bit different than when you're 16 and over. And because 16 is that age where we believe that kids are beginning to understand the consequences of their actions. I find it very interesting that one of the debates that we were having on a different bill in the legislature, the NDP agreed that the brain is still forming when you're a child. In fact, it's still forming up until age 25. And so if you're going to make the argument that kids can't make certain decisions because they don't have high executive function and they don't understand the consequences all the way up to 25, you certainly can't argue that they should make these kinds of life-changing decisions at age 10.
Now, groups within the LGBTQ2+ community have already said they will challenge the UCP's legislation in court, calling it discriminatory. The Alberta Teachers Association also weighed in on this topic today. The group's president, Jason Schilling, says instead of the government overreach, it's an issue that should have been left up to the school divisions themselves.
We're addressing really specific, nuanced conversations between parents, students, their doctors, and their schools. And I think that this would have been best left to be held on a one-to-one basis and to let schools deal with these issues ourselves. I mean, we've been saying it, and then just recently the Alberta School Boards Association passed two resolutions, one saying that they did not want the opt-in to be coming into process. We have an opt-out process already within the Education Act that's working. Don't understand what we're trying to fix there. And school boards also asked to be able to deal with sexual orientation and gender issues on their own as a one-to-one basis as a school board to put in policy so that they can handle it that way with some dignity and some grace. To put in this wide-reaching sledgehammer-like legislation is really just meant to harm people.
Schilling adds that many teachers are more concerned with class sizes and the need for resources and mental health supports, and that these latest bills show the province is simply out of touch with what's happening in the classroom.